Hi everyone! Oh! Hi everyone, and welcome to another live ukulele jam with me, Matt Stead. Kanikapila Mondays, it's that time! We're going to have loads of fun tonight. We've got songs all about going places tonight, and you can probably guess why I chose that theme. Yep, I'm off on the ukulele cruise next week now, actually, amazingly. So super exciting stuff. So we're going to sing songs by Teenage Fanclub, R.E.M, Fleetwood Mac, and a classic from John Denver from the Kanikapila archives, which I'm really looking forward to as well. Let's see how you all are, and then I'll tell you about some plans that we've got, and then we'll get playing. I'll teach you how to do it. Oh yes, of course, it's Play Your Ukulele Day. Happy World Play Your Ukulele Day. I just posted about that on Facebook, funnily enough. Hi Anthony, hope you're doing well. Love to Jacinta, guys. Hi Fran. How are you getting on with that new uke, Anthony? I meant to reply to you about that. Your big island. Are you? Is it going all right now? Oh, Bernadette Strum in the Desert Retreat. That's amazing. Oh, you met Ange. I love that, Trisha. Ange is a sweetheart. That's really lovely that you met Ange from the UK over out there. That's brilliant. That's what ukulele is all about, isn't it? Absolutely fantastic. I get a bit confused by all these ukulele days, guys, because there's the Mighty Uke Day, isn't it? Which I think was the first one, which was all to do with the Mighty Uke film. And then there was World Play Your Ukulele Day. There's also a World Play Your Ukulele Naked Day, which you'll be glad to know I don't often participate in. There we go. A rodent has just informed us we have 6 more weeks of winter. Oh, groundhog. Oh, I hope not, Shell. I'm getting ready for the spring now. Although my friend Lenny, who lives in Florida, was telling me it's basically as cold in Florida at the moment as it is in the UK. But hopefully that'll change within 10 days and we'll get a bit of sunshine next year. So yeah. Oh, thanks for letting me know, Indrani. I'll double check that. Thank you on the visa situation. My one from last year should still be valid, but I'll have a double check just to make sure nothing's changed on that. So yeah, thank you. Thanks, guys. Still wet and miserable in Newcastle. Same here, David. Yeah. If it just feels like it's not stopped raining for ages, does it? So. Yeah, cold but sunny in Ontario. Good to see you again, Ted. Hope you're doing well. Fantastic. Oh yeah, World Ukulele play ukulele on your porch day. That's another one as well. Class. Okay. So first things first, I need to tell you about a few things that's happening with Kanikapila over the next few weeks and into the future. It's all positive, don't panic, folks. So first of all, oh, good, Anthony. So first of all, the next 3 weeks I'm going to be away on Mondays. Next week is my daughter's birthday, and I've promised her we're going out for a meal, so I'll be away then. And then of course it's a ukulele cruise. So I was thinking, what are we going to do? Because I hate just not having Kanikapila and leaving you guys hanging. So what I'm going to do is I've actually created some classic Kanikapila replays. So we're going to watch some of my favourite songs each week from the Kanikapila archives, ones that we've done before in the past. So the video will play and you'll be able to comment on it in real time. So even though you'll have the old comments coming up, if that makes sense, you can still all get together and have the live chat open and comment to each other and say if you're enjoying the video, and you can still take part, of course. So that's going to be for the next 3 weeks. We're going to call it Cruise Kanikapila or something like that. I'll get it sorted by the end of the week. And I'm going to try really hard to actually drop into those as well, even whilst I'm away. So if I can get a quiet moment on the ship and a bit of Wi-Fi, I'll come and say hello as well, so we can all meet up in the chat, which should be lovely. And then after that, come March 2nd will be when I'm back and we have our first full Kanikapila. I'm changing the format slightly. I've kind of felt recently, I've loved every Kanikapila, but I felt like I haven't had much chance to teach you guys something because we've been playing so much material. So I'm going to change the format where we're going to do a couple of songs, a new one, perhaps one from the archives, and really dig into them in a lot of depth. And then in the second half of Kanikapila, what we're going to do is we're going to have the first bit is going to be a lesson from me on a particular technique. So if we're doing Kanikapila in the first two songs and a particular scale comes up, I'm going to dig more into that scale and show you some alternatives. So at the moment, for instance, I'll just give you a pentatonic scale, but we might start looking at major scales and minor scales and bebop scales and blues scales and all these fun things that we can do that I'm not able to have the time to squeeze into a normal Kanikapila. It might be we're looking at hammer-ons or chucking or triplets. There's tons that we can do. So we'll look at that, and that'll be like a focus every week. And then for the last bit, I thought it might be fun to have an Ask Matt session as well. So anything you want to ask about your playing, I'll get you to send some questions in advance, but you'll be able to do it on the night as well. So I'll have our kind of jam in the first half, then a little mini lesson from me on a technique, and then some Ask Matt stuff. So exciting stuff. That first one of those is going to be the 2nd of March when I'm back. And then, as I say, yay! As I say, I'll try and do some stuff from the ship, and we'll have our classic Kanikapilas as well. I'm also going to record loads of videos and little snippets on the ship as well. So I'll send you stuff through as I do it, which should be loads of fun. Don't forget, this Wednesday we've got my next live lessons. So these are fortnightly live lessons. This is going to be how to practice without practicing. I know it's a bit of a confusing title. I could have called it how to make practicing fun or how to practice if you're short of time, but I thought this was like something quite snappy and attention grabbing. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at, if you're short on time, how can you get into your practicing without it feeling like a chore? How can you have fun whilst you're practicing? I'll show you some little tricks where you can practice in front of the television, or even when you're sat on a train or in the passenger seat of a car. Maybe not the driver's seat of a car, that'd be too dangerous, right? So, yeah. Oh, Anthony's asking for a Swindon Town update. Wow. We had fallen down the table, Anthony, terribly. So we'd fallen down to 7th from 2nd, but we won handsomely on Saturday 3-1. You'd be glad to know me and Sandy were both there as well. So yeah, you might have to update me when I'm on the ship, Anthony. You might have to send me the results. That would be good. One last final notice, because I know we want to get into playing. Just to let you know, some good news, those that are coming along, because I know some of you here are, that our session at my teaching at Sore Fingers is going ahead. So exciting, we've got enough numbers to make it happen. If you haven't booked though, there are still spaces available, and we'd love to have as many of you on here as possible. This is going to be the first week of April, my birthday week. And we're going to get together in a school in the south of England, and I'm going to teach you how to play ukulele at a bluegrass and old time camp. So I'll be there to hold your hand, and you'll be there to hold my hand, because I'm new to this as well. But there are some amazing players. There's people like Ron Block from Alison Krause's band, some amazing musicians, and you'll get to play and jam with them all, and you'll get teaching from me all week. It's going to be quite intensive, loads of teaching through the day, and we'll get to hang out, of course, as well. So really looking forward to that. So that is happening. If you wonder about all these events, like we've got the next cruise as well, which is going to be amazing, I've created an events page on my website. So just go to my website, go to the top menu, click on events, and they're all listed with the links that you need for tickets and everything as well. Also to let you know, I've put a load of new songs on the website as well. So if you're a member and you want to go and check that out, tabs and resources, there's tons up there. All right, enough of me gabbing on, let's play some music. Okay, so you all know how this works. We've got our Kanikapila style boxes with the chords in here. And in case you haven't, you can still download these sheets. They're completely for free. You'll find a link in the description and also in the comments as well. And we have two ways of presenting these sheets. Let me just make this a tiny bit smaller. It's got a bit too big. I've got this wheel on my Apple mouse, and it's like a touch thing, and sometimes I accidentally make it go big or smaller. There we go. So we've got the Kanikapila session. We've got the Kanikapila sheets where you can see the chords broken down into their numbers. Don't worry, Victoria, good to see you. Where we're going to name them 1 through to 7. So every key has 7 main chords. This one's in the key of G. So G is your 1 chord. Then we'd have A minor, B minor, C, D, E minor, and then an F sharp diminished, which doesn't come up in this song. So here, for instance, we can see we've got 4 measures of G and then 1 measure of D. The G is the 1 chord. It sets you off on a journey, makes you feel resolved when it comes up. And the 5 creates tension at the end. I'll talk about the strum pattern in a minute, but notice that's just your bog standard G. 1, 2, 3, and then we've got our D. Then we go to our 4 chord, C, which creates, the 4 chord creates a feeling of change. So it quite often comes up in the verse when the composer's got a bit bored of staying on the 1 chord, basically. So that's what we've got. There's a couple of errors on these sheets. I think I had a funny 5 minutes when I did them this week. Massive apologies. Ignore that C in the 3rd measure over. It's just another measure of C. And the same on this line as well. It's just 3 measures of C. Nice and easy. 1, 2, 3, and then back to G again. Next line, G, 2, 3, and D, and then C, 2, 3, and G. What I love about Fleetwood Mac, I'm just going to see if I can stop. Something's beeping on my computer and it's driving me mad. I wonder how we can stop that. Can you all hear it, or is it just coming up on my end? There's like this weird beep every now and then. I can't think what it might be. I'm trying to think. That's all right. That's all muted. How strange. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. Oh, sorry. If you hear a random beep, I'm not sure what it is or why it's happening. If anyone knows, let me know and I'll try and work out how to shut it up, because it's driving me a bit mad. Let me get rid of that as well. That might help. Okay. So that's the basic structure of the song. The strum pattern on this one, you can do that calypso strum, the classic down, down, up, up, down, up. Remember, I like to think of this phonetically. So walk, running, am running, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Okay. That's your kind of classic one. John's asking if I've left the hob on. No, I hope not. I think it might just be my end, guys. Don't worry. I think it's probably some kind of computer thing telling me something's up. I don't know, but I'm just going to ignore it and pretend it's not happening. Oh, somebody says they can hear it. It sounds like a speaker. No, I've got other sounds coming through. What is going on? Can you give me a second, guys? Now just see if I can work out what on earth this could be. That's not on. Let's see. Settings. Settings. Camera, source, recording, output, options. I haven't changed anything, so I can't think why that's happening. Profile. It's almost like it's trying to give kind of sound effects or something, isn't it? Sorry guys, I know this isn't very interesting watching me do this. I'll just see if I can work out what it could be. Output, options, window, camera effects, audio filters. Oh my goodness, there's so much on here. I use something called eCam to cast, and sometimes it gets a bit overcomplicated. Yeah, maybe it's a ghost. Rebecca hears it. Oh, I don't know. No, it's nothing like that, Karen. It's actually coming through my computer. It's really loud here. It's like straight at me from the computer, but I can't think. I haven't got anything else open. Oh, let's just try and ignore it and see how we go. Okay, right, so let's carry on then with this. So then we would go to, oh yeah, I was telling you strum patterns before I got distracted. Now, if you want to, and only if you want to, you can make things a little bit more complex with this strum pattern, which works really, really nicely. And that's to add a walk, walk, running, running before that calypso strum. And I know it sounds mad, you don't have to do this, but it's really cool. Have a listen to this. Walk, walk, running, running, down, down, up, up, down, up. Whew, that's a lot to think about, right? But walk, walk, running, running, down, down, up, up, down, up. Walk, walk, running, running, walk, running, and running. I love the complexity that putting two strum patterns together gives, which is really nice. But you can do your standard up and down strum. You can even just strum up and down on this, as long as you play in time with us. That's the most important thing, and that's the key thing. Thanks, Steve. Not to worry. Oh, no worries, Pam. All good, all good. Let's have a look then at the chorus. The chorus does something interesting. It uses the relative minor to start off with. Every key, every major key, has a relative minor which has all of the same chords and notes within it, only it starts from a different place. So E minor, all the chords and notes in E minor, E, F sharp, G, A, B, and so on and so forth. They basically, oh thanks Vicky, they basically, they're all the same chords. And the reason we often get the relative minor at the start of a new section is that it creates a sense of change, a bit like the 4 chord. But because it's a minor chord, it adds some melancholy or some kind of seriousness at that point, which is really, really nice. And that makes sense because here we've got You Can Go Your Own Way, which is Lindsay Buckingham's kind of intense emotions, isn't it, towards Stevie Nicks, because they'd split up during the recording of Rumours when this was recorded. Okay, so let's have a look then. We're going to do an E minor to start off with. Now, there's one more error on this sheet. Karen's going to love me. Sorry, Karen, if you're able to help out. The G chord at the end of each of these sheets should be a D at the end of each line. So it should go E minor, C, and then D. So every time you see G at the end there, just think D. E minor, C, and D. So basically the melancholy of the E minor leads to change in the C, and then the tension of the 5 chord D makes you eventually want to go back to the start for G. Sorry about that, folks. I don't know what I was thinking when I did these sheets. I must have had a funny 5 minutes. You'll be relieved to know that if you're following on the next sheet, which is the more kind of traditional way you get the chords written out, I checked and it's correct. All right, so you might even find it better just to play from these sheets tonight, even if you're regular at Kanikapila, just to make it more simple. Okay, so what I love about Fleetwood Mac is they always have really simple chords, but really great melodies and catchy hooks, and this one's no exception. Basically every song on Rumours is like that, isn't it? So yeah, I love Rumours. I think I've got it behind me somewhere. If I move this, there we go. It's hiding on the ukuleles behind me. So one of my favourite albums. Great driving album, isn't it? You put it on. Sometimes it makes you want to drive too fast though, doesn't it? Especially when the chain comes on at the end. Okay, so that's the chords, really, really simple. In terms of the structure, we've just got an intro, which is a G chord. Then we go verse, chorus, verse, chorus. We've got an instrumental and a solo. They're both in the key of G, even though this one starts with E minor. So if you wanted to have a go at solo in this one, you can use your E minor pentatonic or your G major pentatonic. Here you can see the relative major and minor. Notice the notes are the same: G, A, B, D, E, G, E, G, A, B, D, E. They're all the same, just in a different order, right? Let's have a quick look. So you can play this one. If you want to use the E minor pentatonic, you're going to start at the 4th fret of the C string. Then you're going to jump up to the dot up here at the 7th fret. And then notice this next bit's nice and easy to remember because we've got 5, 7, 5, 7. So for the minor pentatonic, start at 4 and you've got big gap, little gap on your dots and little gap. If you want, you can pair that with the G major pentatonic, which is kind of the opposite, right? We've got G, no, here it comes in, Johnny. We've got G, A, B, D, and then an E and a G at the end. So this one is little gap, big gap, big gap. And again, you've got one of those rectangles. Can you see it on the bottom 2 strings? Which can be really useful. And we've got a smaller rectangle here. As I say, when I'm back in March from all my travelling and everything, I'll show you some alternatives to these scales and dig into them a bit more, show you how you can do some really cool things with them. But for now, just know that you can play any of those notes in any order, and that's going to sound really great. So if I just play my backing track so you can hear, here we go. I'm just going to noodle around with those. And you can make it even more simple, just stick to your dots. I'm just playing the dots. And so on and so forth. So have a little experiment. You don't have to make it super complex. By the way, guys, you'll be relieved to know I've worked out what the noise was. It's my little mini speaker that I used to play solos and stuff for you guys, and it's just run out of energy. That's what it is. I think I can plug it in and then we can use it. So if it sounded tinny there, guys, the backing track, that's what it was. That's what the noise was. It's telling me it's out battery. Oh my goodness. Right, okay. So, should we give it a go? Our first song, let's give it a try. I'll flick to this sheet so you can follow it along with me. Do have a go at a little solo in the instrumental and the solo there. Really, really enjoy it. And remember, only 4 chords this one. They're all written down the bottom. When you're on that G, because it's held for a long time, if you want, you can add your little finger to the 3rd fret of the A string to turn it into a G sus4, like this. Any time you want on the G, fills it out nicely, and you can also lift up this 2nd finger to create a G sus2. So if you find that you're a bit bored hanging on that G, have a little try of that. And we're going to start with this G just round and round. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Loving you isn't the right thing to do. How can I ever change things that I feel? If I could, baby, I'd give you my world. How can I when you won't take it from me? Is that chorus? You can go your own way. Go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. You can go your own way. Go your own way. Tell me why everything turns around. Packing up, shacking up is all you wanna do. If I could, baby, I'd give you my world. Open up, everything's waiting for you. You can go your own way. Go your Try a little solo. You can go your own way, go your own way. You can call it another lonely day, another lonely day. You can go your own way, go your own way. Try a little solo, go on, break it out. Strum those chorus chords with me. Thanks, Jean. Chorus. You can go your own way, go your own way. You can call it another lonely day, another lonely day. You can go your own way, go your own way. That was fun, wasn't it? It's just so, I think all Fleetwood Mac, thanks Jean by the way, I think all Fleetwood Mac is just such a joy to play, and brilliantly it all works fantastically on the ukulele, doesn't it, which is just brilliant for us. I mean, easy chords, really beautiful, and hopefully, especially if I put the chords in the right place, you can see the kind of how simple this is, the verse just being G to D, C to G, and then the chorus is just E minor, C and D over and over. Amazing how something so simple can sound so fantastic. I love this period of Fleetwood Mac. I do love the early blues stuff as well, but when Stevie and Lindsay joined, things got really pop-tastic and wonderful, didn't they? They get accused of being a bit middle of the road sometimes, but I think they're just such brilliantly crafted songs. And there's so much tension, isn't there, on Rumours, because you had, so Stevie Nicks and Lindsay Buckingham had split up, which made things really, really awkward. So Lindsay Buckingham wrote this song about Stevie, and then she had to sing it with him, like do all the backing vocals. Mad, right? But she got her own back on some of her songs, you know. And then Christine McVie on keyboards and piano, she'd broken up with the bassist. Was it Mick? And she was seeing the lighting guy. So all these kind of crazy relationships and stuff is very complicated. I'm glad I wasn't in a band at that time. It sounds quite epic. Oh, and Johnny loved those sus notes. Yeah, they make such a difference, don't they? I think any song where you hang on that G chord for some time, just adding that little finger down even makes such a difference. It's really nice. It kind of just adds a little something, doesn't it? So anytime you're on a G for a long time, you can do that. And you don't even have to be in the key of G. It works when you play G in the key of C, if that makes sense as well. Oh, it was John. Yeah, I always get confused between Mick Fleetwood and John McVie. Yeah, of course, John McVie. Yeah. Thanks, David. There was a cool Broadway show based on Fleetwood Mac called Stereophonic. I had no idea. Oh, gosh, I wonder if you can find like video recordings or DVD recordings of that. That sounds amazing. That's right up my street. Fantastic. Okay, so let's have a look at another song then. This one's something completely different. This one's from one of my favourite indie bands. And I think, I was talking to Sharon about this, I think I've probably seen this band more often than any other. They were just always playing either as a support band or the main act when I went to gigs in the 90s. And I just loved them to bit. bits, I was thinking about it earlier, and I think it's possible, even though I love the Beatles and Belle and Sebastian and all others, if I wanted to listen to one band for the rest of my life, it might actually be Teenage Fanclub. They're from the Scottish indie scene in the 80s into the 90s and still around and playing now. The reason I love their music is it's so melodic. They use these simple, really beautiful melodies, which is absolutely fantastic. And this one was their, I think it's a fourth or fifth album, came out in the year 2000. And Raymond, which is this handsome chap here, Raymond McGinley, he really takes over on this album and does a lot of the songwriting, and it's absolutely fantastic. Although Norman Blake is a brilliant songwriter as well. Tricia, yeah, whenever you feel it. Yeah, you can do it at any point you're playing that G chord, and that will work absolutely fine. Absolutely. Rebecca, was I correct in using the B flat shape at the third for C, 10th for G, and then fifth for D? Yeah, amazing. Well done, Rebecca. That is absolutely brilliant. You've been playing up the dusty end like a pro. I love that. Me too, Anthony. What an absolute classic. It came up as a pub quiz question when we did the pub quiz over Christmas as well, which was good. Rebecca was talking about a B flat shape. So you can take this B flat, and if you move it up, it becomes B and then C. And then if you go way up here to the 10th, it becomes G. It's quite hard to do, but you can do it. And back here at the 5th, it's D. So you can use one shape to play all three of those chords, which is really neat. Well done, Rebecca. That's brilliant. Okay, so let's have a look at this one. We're in the key of C for this one, and the chords in the key of C are really nice because you've got no sharps and flats. C is the one chord. Then remember, in any key, folks, the second, the third and the sixth chords are always minors. So that gives us C, D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor, and then a B diminished. You realise that the diminished chords tend to only come up when you're playing more sophisticated stuff like jazz and things like that, or kind of old time. So all of those chords are what you expect to see, and loads of them are in here. We've got a couple of surprises as well. If we have a look at this verse, it's really interesting. Let's see. So, Fran was saying the only way she can play an E is on the 7th fret. Yeah, that's one way of doing it. Fran, I quite often do 4 and 7 for an E, so I'll take that C shape and play it up the fretboard like that. That's how I often do an E, because it's a little bit easier. So here, the verses are mostly based on the 1, 4 and 5 chords. Those are the most common chords in any key. We've already mentioned that the 1 chord feels resolved. That's the C in this case. The 5 chord in this case, G, C, D, E, F, G, creates tension. And the 4 chord, C, D, E, F, just creates a sense of change. Now, if we ignore those G minors, we'll look at those in a minute, but if we just ignore the G minors, notice the song would go G, C, G, F, 1, 5, 4, really common chord combination. And then it kind of reverses itself for these two measures, really nice. We have F to G to create building tension. And then we have another line exactly the same. I said I'd ignore the G minor and I forgot to, sorry. Then F, G, F, G. And then right at the end, you get the C, which kind of relieves all that tension from the G chord, which is really lovely. Carol asked, if 2 is a D minor, do you ever play a D in the key of C? You can do sometimes, Carol. Sometimes they'll change it from a minor to a major to make it sound a bit more pop-tastic. But generally, if you're using the natural chords from a key, it would be D minor. And notice that's what we've got here. We've got 2 D minors down in this bit. Okay, so let's have a look at this G minor. This is really unusual to turn the 5 chord into a minor, but it works really, really beautifully because you're only changing one note. I'll come in really close to show you this one. So here's your C chord, good old C chord. Then we'll go to G here. Now, I know some people play it this way around, and you can still do it this way around, but most of us will play our G chord like this, wouldn't we? Now, what's happening when we go from G to G minor is the third note in the key of G, G, A, B, this note here, this is a B note, gets flattened, it gets turned into a B flat, so instead of here. And that's all that there is in the difference between a major chord and a minor chord, is that the third note of the chord is flatted for minor, it's where it is normally for a major. So when you play this G to G minor, if you're playing it this way like I play a G, just flip these around so they look like they're in an F shape. If you're already playing a G this way, which is a really nice change, but I find it quite difficult to naturally get my fingers this way, you could just pull this finger back for the G minor. G, G minor. Okay, really sweet, isn't it? It creates like a real kind of, almost like a slight darkness there. But then that's relief when we go to the 4 chord. Notice something cool here, right? G minor to an F. You just move these two up and take that one off. Okay. So if in slow motion, those first 4 chords are C, G, flip to G minor and F. And then we have another 2 beats of F, half measure, to G, F to G. Then we do it again, C, G, flip to G minor, and F. And then we stay on F again, F, G, F, G, and C. Really nice, isn't it? Feel that relief for the C at the end. It's really lovely when we finally get there. So on this, you can see how it looks here. For some reason on these sheets, I was really annoyed with myself. I don't know what I was thinking this week, but I forgot to put that C. You know, if I come back here at the end of the verses, you've got that long C. I forgot to put it in there. So basically when you play, if you're using these sheets, at the end of every verse and every bridge, I want you to play a C chord. That's all you've got to remember. At the end of every verse, play a C chord. At the end of every bridge, play a C chord. All the rest is fine. All right. Yeah, moody chord, Trisha, exactly right. It kind of, yeah, it creates like a moodiness, doesn't it? And just makes it kind of a bit more indie rather than sounding a bit more folky, I guess, which is really nice. Let's play one of those verses. Let's do them a bit in slow motion just so you can hear it. I'll do just the chords first and then I'll sing it with you so you can see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, C, G, flip to G minor, F, F and G, and F and G, C, G, G minor, F, F and G, and F and G. And then here's the long C that I missed out, which we play for 2 measures. Here we go. I used to feel fine. You were to be mine. I need direction to take me to you. And then a long C here. Really sweet, isn't it? Really nice. And there on the original record, you get all these beautiful, beautiful vocals, which are coming in really, really nicely. If you want to be a bit fancy pants, we can do a little picking pattern here. I'll just show you. So what we can do is on these first chords, I might need to just push this out of the way just a little bit. So what you can do is you can pick the G string and the A string, the 2 outside ones at the same time. I like to use my thumb and my ring finger like that. Now this is what happens on the record but on guitar, And then after you've pinched those two together, you pick with any finger the E string. Like that. Pinch, pick, pinch, pick. Okay. And when you put that together, if you play that over the chords, it sounds like this. Isn't that lovely? Is really sweet. So if you really fancy a challenge, have a go at that over the verses. It sounds super cool. It's quite tough though, because it goes really, really fast. All right. If you're playing just the strumming, which is what I'm going to do, which sounds fantastic on this anyway, we're going to do a walk, running, walk, running. I'll show you what I mean for that. Yeah, Leslie, absolutely. I'll go over that picking pattern again in just a sec for you, so you can see it. Let me just do the strum just quickly for anyone that wants to do the strum. You're going to do walk, running, walk, running. And you're going to do that on every chord. Walk, running, walk, running, walk, running, walk, running. Down, down, up, 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 down, down, up. Walk, running, walk, running, walk, running, walk, running. And then when you get to the choruses, you can either keep that pattern going or you can change to our good old calypso. Down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And notice by having two different ways of strumming, it creates a different feel between the verses and the chorus, which is really, really fantastic. That's why I don't really get into the whole learning a strum pattern for one song, like really kind of really purposefully, because I think it's really good to alter it up in different sections. I think it's really good. So a couple of people have asked me to show you that picking pattern again. Let me just show you with that removed so you can see it up close. So what I'm doing is basically just pinching. I'm picking the G string with my thumb and the A string, the one nearest the floor, with my ring finger. And I'm pinching them at the same time whilst I hold down a chord, like that. So you get two notes. And then afterwards, you could do either of these strings, but I'm just picking the E string with my middle finger. Watch this. Pinch, pick, pinch. So that's the E string I'm picking there. And you just keep doing that. It'll be twice on every chord. So you get to this F, then you start again. G, pinch, pick, pinch, pick, pinch, pick, pinch, pick. C, G, G minor. Okay, and you can use that over loads of songs, but it works really beautifully on this one. And it's literally basically it's an equivalent of what I think it's Raymond. It might be Norman Blake does on guitar, which is super nice, really nice. We've also got this lovely instrumental down here, which is really, really gorgeous sound, really, really gorgeous sounding. And this is similar to what we saw Bob Dylan do on a song recently that we showed, where the chords are basically coming down the scale, getting lower in pitch. So we have the 4 chord F, followed by the 3 chord E minor, followed by the 2 chord, have to be careful how we do that, D minor, and then you'd expect it to go back to the 1 chord C, right? But it actually has the 5 chord at the end, which creates some tension, which is really nice. So the E string only gets picked on its own in Johnny, so outside 2 strings at the same time, and then E string. Yay! It's cool, isn't it? Really neat, isn't it? And it's kind of really, really kind of bold as well, which is really lovely. So for that instrumental, we have F, coming down to E minor, to D minor, Look, Bob Dylan would have gone to C there. That's what he does in Like a Rolling Stone. But here, F, E minor. You think it's going to C, but actually the G makes you want to do it again. And you do it again, F, E minor. Then we've got a lovely chord in E flat. It's one of those chords that people get really scared of because it doesn't come up that often, but it's actually really easy peasy lemon squeezy to do. You've got your chord shape here. All you need to do is just put your finger here as if you're playing a C7, and then just use either your last two or your middle two fingers to basically fill in the gap on the 3rd fret. So that's 3rd fret of the E string, 3rd fret of the C string. The reason that works, you might think, why have you got an E flat? You shouldn't really have an E flat in the key of C, but it's called a chromatic run of chords. Basically, E minor to E flat is a half step between E and D minor. So it's like you're coming down gradually. And because there's no F flat, this just means you're coming down the scale. So you go F and then E flat. Sorry, F, E, E flat, D. So you get that kind of descending chromaticism, but in chords. F, E minor, E flat, D minor, and then we play G, and then just let it ring out for a bit. It's really, really nice. And of course, you guys, if you want to, you can do some soloing over this section, which sound really, really, really nice. No worries, Bazza. I hope it all goes well. Hope it all goes well. So this one, because we're in the key of, oh, wrong song. Because we're in the key of C, this one's really lovely because we can use the C major pentatonic scale, which is the same as the A minor pentatonic scale. This is our good old favourite, remember, because it's all your dots on the A string. So open A, 3rd fret, 5th fret, basically everywhere you've got a dot, 7th fret, 10th fret, 12th fret. You can even go up to the 15th way up there. And notice we've got all the dots on the E string, open E, 3rd fret, 6th fret. You've just got to remember not to play this one. You can get away with it because it's in the key of C, but you best go into the C here and then D and E. And again, notice you've got some of these little rectangles. You've got off 3, off 3. And you've got 3, 5, 3, 5. Notice if we go right up the fretboard, we've also got 10, 12, 10, 12. So you can use those to really help with that solo, which is really lovely. In the original, by the way, it's a really nice organ solo. There's a really cool Hammond organ being played, which is really, really, really lovely. I'll do a little bit of a solo. I won't go mad, just to show you how simple can sound really lovely. So keep it simple. So on and so forth. So have a little play around with that. See if you can come up with a really nice solo over that bit, or just really enjoy the chords because they sound really, really fantastic. Remember, guys, every time you finish a verse or a bridge, play a C chord. I'll remind you as we play it anyway, so you'll be able to do it with me. The choruses just end as normal, all right? But any bridge or any verse, play a C at the end. So fantastic. No worries, Pam. See you soon. Good luck with everything you're doing. So, yeah, see you soon. Okay, right, let's give it a go. So, what I'd like to do is just play one of those verses instrumentally just to get us into it, which will sound really nice. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, C, G, G minor, F, F to G, twice, and again, C, G, G minor, F, F, G, were to be mine, I need direction to take me to you. And then here comes our C. I've asked the sunshine, shadowed the skyline. I need direction to take me to you. Here's our C again, needs our D. 1, 2, 3, 4. I get brain waves, I get visions, slow reaction, superstition. I need the ways and means to get through. I need an open heart to look to. Nobody sees the same way I do. I need direction to get through. See? Follow the wing lines, faded out road signs. I need direction to take me to you. Now just F and G for ages after this scene. I get spellbound, I get visions, slow advances, indecision. I need the ways and means to get through. I need an open heart to look to. Nobody sees the same way I do. I need direction to get through. See? And here's our instrumental. E flat. Isn't that lovely? G. 2, 3, 4. F to G now. Try those little pentatonic notes. Or strum with me. And then go straight into the bridge. I need the ways and means to get through. I need an open heart to look to. Nobody sees the same way I do. I need direction to get through. See? Honest, I feel fine. If you were to be mine, I need direction to take me to you. And just hit a C to finish off. Woo! Fantastic song, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. So Teenage Fan Club, that one. So many great albums. My favourite album of theirs is probably Bandwagon-esque. That's the one that I showed you months and months ago. Has that really bright neon pink front, which really kind of influenced my my kind of design when I was designing my albums and stuff. Really, really cool. A Grand Prix is another fantastic. If you like really pop-tastic melodic albums, kind of sounding a little bit Birds-esque, Grand Prix is another really good one. They kind of recorded it at the height of Britpop, but it's not kind of cheesy Britpop like a lot of stuff at the time, like Oasis and Blur and that sort of stuff. It's kind of interesting. It's almost like a cross between indie pop and then kind of grunge. And in fact, they did support Nirvana on their world tour, and Kurt Cobain called them the best band in the world. So there you go. You know, that's a compliment, isn't it? So just a quick reminder whilst we take a quick little break. Those G to G minors are tough, aren't they, guys? But you'll get that with practice. Just a couple of things to remind you of. The first is that sore fingers, whoop, whoop, is going ahead. So if you want to join me in a beautiful old public school in the south of England, and you get to have intensive lessons with me for a whole week, and we get to play with some of the best musicians in the world at jams. You'll learn about bluegrass, old time music, and we'll do a little bit of pop as well, which would be fantastic. So all the details for that are on my website. Book in soon, because they get booked up and then that's it. So do book in soon if you want to come along to that. It's going to be absolutely fantastic, and that's going to be my birthday week as well, so bring a cake. And other things to tell you about. Oh, Kanikapila, this is really important. So in case you missed the start of the show, I'm going to be off for 3 weeks, but that doesn't mean there's no Kanikapila. What I'm going to do is I've handpicked some classic Kanikapilas that I've enjoyed. I've done more recent ones, mostly because, remember, more recently we've started to have the chords and the lyrics together. So I thought for anyone who's got used to that, I didn't want to just go back to the old ones and they wouldn't have that to help them with. So what I'll do, I'll put some of those online as normal, but I'll do it all in advance before I go away and schedule it. So you can still join in for the next 3 weeks in Kanikapila. It's just I won't physically be here. Well, I kind of will be on the screen, but it'll be me in the past, right? But you can still comment live and we'll still have the community aspect. So please come and take part. You'll really enjoy it. You can still chat along with everyone. And I'm going to try and pop in as well, even if I'm on the boat, to say hello. So yeah, don't worry. Don't worry, Karen, I can have a look at that as well. Let me have a look at that. There's those C chords missing as well, but I'll have a check of that in a minute. Okay, so, oh, I missed a couple as well. So Les is saying, surprised how much music you have in Great Britain that I've never heard of in USA. However, that might be old because I'm old and I don't pay attention as much as when I'm younger. Well, I guess it was quite a relatively small scene, Leslie. So these guys were in, there was a lot of music that came out of Glasgow, particularly, and southern parts of Scotland in the late 80s into the 90s. Bands like Orange Juice and Postcard Records and things like this. Geese and Mary Chain, we've done some of theirs. But they were this was quite niche indie music, so some of it crossed the pond, but generally, you know, just you might not have heard of a lot of these. But it's great because the way I think about it is you've got that potential. There's so much new music out there to listen to even after all this time, and I think it's amazing. It's a brilliant thing about music, isn't it? Okay. The other thing about Kanikapila, just to tell you about, which I'm really excited about, the format is going to change ever so slightly when I come back in March. So 2nd of March is going to be our next one, and it's all for the better. I'm really excited. Sometimes I want to show you stuff like extra scales, things like bending strings, and quite often I'll do something like a little shake that I put in, but it's like I don't have time to teach that to you guys. We just, you know, you learn the chords and we go into the song. So what we're going to do in March is we're going to change things slightly. We're going to have 2 songs to start off with, just like our normal live jam where I give you the Nashville numbers and we'll put it all together. And then we'll have a section which is just on technique. So it will be applicable to the songs. So something like that shape. I'll actually teach you the technique for it, and then it will make your playing way better, because not only will you learn how songs work, but you'll learn techniques and you'll be able to put that into your playing, which will be really good. I'm really excited about. And I'm going to have a Q&A at the end as well. I always say we'll have questions and answers, and then we're all really tired by the end. So this will start a little bit earlier, so we'll have a chance to kind of get some proper questions in and do some teaching, which would be great. No, I don't know of the band Belly. What kind of music were they, Leslie? Let me know. Oh, and Karen, don't worry about those errors. I didn't catch them either. Just, sometimes when you're looking at stuff, you can't see it for what is it? You can't see the wood for the trees. So it's not your fault at all. Don't worry, it's mine. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Steve. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. We had a band in the 90s here, Leslie, called Echo Belly, which were they were a great Britpop band. But I don't know Belly. That's really interesting. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Rebecca. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. It's like we're sharing music together, aren't we? Which is absolutely fantastic. I love that. Brilliant. Brilliant. And I've said this before, haven't I, at live lessons and stuff. This is whenever I'm feeling like a little bit blue, I kind of think to myself sometimes that no matter what, there's always music. And I read this quote that if you listen to every piece of music that had been recorded in the popular charts, even just from like the 40s onwards, and listen to them back to back, you still couldn't listen to every piece of music before you passed away. And sometimes you think, oh no, I'm going to miss stuff. But just think about that. It's almost like an endless pot, and then there's new music being made all the time. And, you know, most of it's for free, isn't it? It's incredible. So just absolutely brilliant. So yeah, fantastic. Oh, Belly did a return. Oh, punk. Oh, nice. I'll ask my friend Rob about that, because Rob's really into his punk music. He'll probably know that as well. Yeah, Karen, we'll still have People's Choice. We'll do that for the second song, I think. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Proclaimers. Can't beat a bit of Proclaimers. And if you enjoy them, check out the film Sunshine on Leaf. It's a brilliant film. Well, talking about differences between American music and UK music, this is kind of the opposite. This is one of my all-time favourite bands, but they came out of Athens in the US. So it's R.E.M. And I've loved R.E.M. for years and years and years. My brother, who is 4 years older than me, he got Green, the album Green, when it came out, and then Automatic for the People, and I basically stole them from him because I got more into them than him. Don't tell him, Mum, I'll be in trouble. But yeah, so I got really into the band with their later stuff, and then they had an album called Monster, which I went to a record shop and bought myself rather than nicking from my brother, and then Up as well, which is a fantastic album, New Adventures in Hi-Fi. But their early stuff, it took me a bit longer to get into, but it is so good. This was their first proper album, Murmur. They did have an EP out before that called Chronic Town, which is almost like a mini album, but this was their first proper album, and it is fantastic. It's often called like Southern Gothic music. It has like a real kind of mystique about it. And I love how the cover kind of really highlights that as well. It's kind of, it takes you a while to work out what you're actually seeing. And I think it's an old railway bridge. And then you've got these kind of, all these overgrown weeds and stuff. But I love how moody it is. It's just fantastic. So we're going to have a look at a song called Pilgrimage. As with a lot of early stuff by R.E.M, Michael Stipe was tongue-in-cheek, said it didn't really mean anything. And I don't know, you never know how much to read into all that or whether he's playing up to it. But really unusual lyrics. And he used to sing in a way where the vocals were mixed low down in the mix. So sometimes you couldn't even really work out exactly what he was singing, but it's fantastic. There we go. There we go. Yeah, getting some more recommendations as well. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Okay, right. So let's have a look at this one. Now, this one, when you look at it, you might think, oh my gosh, B flat. Don't worry. I'm going to show you a way easier way to play that. And I'll give you a couple of options as well. This one, we are in the key of C still. It doesn't look like it because we have that B flat at the start, but we are still in the key of C. But we don't really get the C coming through until the chorus, which is really interesting. R.E.M wrote in really unusual chord progressions, and this is one of them. Relatively simple, but kind of unusual choices for the chords, which is great. The Guess Who was Fran's first concert when she was 15. Oh, that's amazing. That's really, really cool. I'm trying to remember who my first concert was. I think it might have been Paul Sleeper or one of those, I think, at Gloucester Leisure Centre back in the day. Or we used to go to this venue called the Gloucester Guildhall, which is still there now. And it had like this basketball court with a bouncy floor, you know, kind of those bouncy floors. So when everyone would jump up and down and mosh at these gigs, you'd almost trampoline up into the air. It was absolutely nuts. But yeah, but that was my place to hang out back in the day. So this one's unusual in that we start with a B flat, okay? Now we call that the 4 of the 4. Now I've been going on about this quite a lot recently because you see it come up in a lot of songs. Quite often artists use this to kind of get a more exotic sounding chord. The 4 of the 4 just means that the chord B flat is 4 above an F. If I count up from F, F, G, A, B flat. See how it's 4 above F? The key of F has 1 flat in it, and it's that B flat chord. Don't sweat the theory too much. F, G, A, B flat. And in the key of C, which we're in, F is the 4 chord, right? C, D, E, F. So we call that B flat the 4 of the 4. And basically our ears over the years, they love to hear some particular intervals. The intervals that our ears like to hear the most are thirds, fourths and fifths. They just sound really harmonious to us. So when you have a chord that's 4 above the next one, it sounds absolutely brilliant. Oh, no worries, Karen. Karen's been here since the beginning, but had typing problems. I'm glad you're here, Karen. Good to see you. Okay, so that B flat chord's really tricky. Let me show you a traditional way to do it. Couple of tips. Remember, I always like to keep a straight arm for these B flats. Try not to do this, which will kind of give you a crook in the wrist, and it can create pain. So notice I've pulled back, uke at a 45-degree angle, so not like this, not like this, somewhere in the middle, right? And notice that my fingers are all angled as well. So it's kind of pointing up here. Do you see what I mean? It's not kind of straight like that. It's angled this way. What you can do is just put those down first. Put that finger down first and just check you've got clean notes. And then see if you can reach over with this second finger to the 2nd fret of the C string. Again, check you've got clean notes. And then this is the toughest one. You can reach this ring finger over to the G string on the top of the 3rd fret. And you can check you've got clean chord, okay? Now, another way you can do this song, which sounds fantastic, is to swap that B flat out. Oh, you can also do it like with the traditional bar if you prefer. Okay, so same thing because you're just covering these 2 strings here, okay? Even so, keep that straight wrist if you can. The other thing that you can do is play a B major 7, which sounds really moody and nice in this song. So it's like a B flat. The only difference is you're playing an open A at the bottom, so you don't need to worry about barring at all. You just lift up like this. And then that goes to an F. Sounds really nice and moody. It's basically a B flat with an A note in it, which is nice. Another thing you can do, which is really, really lovely, is you can play your B flat shape. I'll show you again. And you can add this little finger down here to the 3rd fret of, whoops, had a collapsing finger there, 3rd fret of the A string, okay? So it's like a B flat with a C note now. And then when you go to the F chord, just leave it there. Or with the B flat major 7, it sounds like this. With a full B flat, okay. If you wanted to go crazy, you could even try each of those in different parts of the chorus and see what it sounds like. Trisha, you've just blown me away with your first concert. Oh man, they're like my 2 favourite bands. That is absolutely amazing. Wow, absolutely brilliant old band. Jane is saying she feels old because her first gig was Jack Bruce. Oh, Jane, I'm going to make you feel even older because I'm not sure I've even heard of Jack Bruce. You'll have to tell me about him. So, yeah. Bebop Deluxe 1978 Odeon Birmingham. I'm loving all these first concerts. Keep them coming in the comments. If I don't get time to bring you all in, just keep coming so everyone else can see them. I think it's great. Okay, now this one we're going to do a really simple rhythm strum in this one. So you can just do your classic down, down, up, down, up, or calypso strum. Sounds really effective on this song. If you find that difficult, you can just do up and down. Or if you find that difficult, you could even just do all down strums. Okay, just whatever you feel most comfortable with for this one, but just keep it really nice and light. Now I kind of ignore this bit where it says add the C chord before the G chord. I don't find I'm able to sing it and do that, and I'm not sure it adds that much. But the one that I really like is if you can, at the end of each of these verses, just add a little C chord on the very last beat. I'll show you what I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. See that right at the end? It's just a sneaky little one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you go to the chorus. The chorus is really great because it's just like the pre-chorus, sorry, it's just like the last song with Teenage Fanclub. It's just the 4 to the 5 chord, which creates a really nice building tension. Leslie, I remember you telling me about that. It's absolutely amazing. I always keep an eye out for you if I could work out which one you'd be in the whenever I see Beach Boys documentaries. Okay, so chorus. So that's pre-chorus, just really simple. F for 2 measures, G for 2 measures. Leslie, that's not a bad idea. Let me see what I can do about the strum patterns. And then in the chorus, we just have quick changes, 4, 1, 5, just really classic. F, C, G. F, C, G. F, C, G. F, C, G. Okay, really simple for that bit, which is really nice. So most of the song's really kind of moody, but nice, and then pop-tastic in the chorus. What I tend to do is I play really lightly on this section, and then I really give it some welly, technical term, in the chorus there, which sounds fantastic. Now there's one more bit which is slightly unusual, and there's this bridge, and you can do muted strums on this, like that. I'm just playing a chord, introducing a finger to dampen the strings afterwards. Not pushing with it, just enough to stop the chord ringing out. But that can be quite a tricky technique. Again, this is the thing that when we come back in March and I've got more time, I can show you this stuff in a lot more detail. But just for now, what you can do to keep it simple is just do really straight down strums on each of these chords. Down, 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 down. B flat, you can do that B flat major 7 or this one, or traditional B flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, C, G, B flat, and this last G, just allow it to ring out. And that gives it a different feel from all of the rest of the song. You get this really punchy. See how it's punchy, and then you go back to take your time and so on and so forth. So it gives it like a little bit of punch in that bridge, which is really, really nice. You might be relieved to know, or you might be disappointed that there's nowhere to put a solo in this one because it's such a busy song. So don't worry, there'll be a chance to solo in the last song if you want to have a go. Should we give it a go? Again, looks really complex, but look at that. 4 chords, not bad at all, right? And remember that B flat, you've got a couple of options of how to do it. If you want to on the verses, you can also do an inside-outside pick. That just means you pick the 2 inside strings and the 2 outside strings. Inside, outside. Which sounds lovely, right? Slow that down. Inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside. Inside, outside, inside, outside. Which is a really nice thing to do. I'm going to strum that though, just to keep us all in time. Okay, should we give it a go? Let's do a couple of B flats, 2 Fs, just to get us going. You'll soon get the idea. That quick C I put in, don't sweat that at all, but just in case you wanted to have a go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just keep this going for a little while. They caught the clip, 2-headed cow. Your head clipped and distance, your luck a pilgrimage. Rest assured this will not last. Take your turn for the worst. Your head clipped and distant, your luck a 2-headed cow. The pilgrimage has gained momentum. Take a turn, take a turn, take a fortune, take a fortune. Verse 10, speaking in tongues. It's worth a broken lip. Notice how I bring it down. Your head clipped and distant, your luck with pilgrimage. Rest assured this will not last. Take a turn for the worst. Your hate clipped and distant, your luck a 2-headed cow. Pilgrimage has gained momentum. Take a turn, take a turn, take a fortune, take a fortune. Bridge. Pilgrimage. Pilgrimage. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Speaking in tongues. It's worth a broken lip. Your hate clipped and distant, your luck with pilgrimage. Rest assured this will not last. Take a turn for the worst. Your hate clipped and distant, your luck a 2-headed cow. The pilgrimage is gained momentum. Take a turn, take a turn, take a fortune, take a fortune. Bridge again. Pilgrimage. Yeah, cool. I like to end that one on the G chord, even though it's the 5 chord. It's kind of begging you to go back to the C chord. With a lot of indie stuff, I really like to leave that 5 chord hanging. It's really cool. The only problem is you do see indie bands do that all the time, but the only trouble is the audience never knows whether to clap or not, which I always find quite funny. So yeah, isn't that a great song? Really unusual, really kind of poetic and unusual lyrics. And then I love the fact that it's kind of really moody and quiet on those verses, and then when you get that kind of bridge, it really lifts it, which is really nice. So, oh, well done, Leslie. You'll know. Don't worry, you can relax now, because I think the last song, I think the chords are a lot more gentle, and yeah, no more B flats. You can have a rest for the rest of the night. So yeah, Trisha, it's almost like Travis picking. So Travis picking's kind of when you play the outside 2 strings at the same time, like this. Travis picking tends to have more kind of slightly more kind of a faster rhythm, but it's almost like a form of Travis picking, but yeah, not quite. So generally in Travis picking, you'll pick the outside 2 strings together, but I like to call this inside outside. No, it's just like riding a bike with those fingers cycling, which is really nice. Okay, we've got one more song to do tonight, folks, and this is one from the archives. We're going to have a look at Annie's song, a classic John Denver song, and I have this on his album Back Home Again. There we go. So I do have slightly older albums as well. Well, you know me, my favourite bands were kind of jazz stuff and bands from the 60s, as well as this indie stuff. And the best thing about the old records, right, they smell really nice. It's that old vinyl. It's probably dust and stuff, isn't it? But look at that lovely inside gatefold as well. It's really sweet. I love John Denver's haircut. I couldn't get away with it now. Maybe like 10 years ago I could probably get away with that, but not anymore. Brilliant artist, obviously. So this is one that every so often, most weeks, Karen will do a poll on Facebook, and you guys get to choose which song you want to play for the last song. And this week we've got Annie's song by John Denver, which is really nice. By the way, if I don't know if you guys spotted it, but on Facebook, I've put a pinned post, and I'll keep reminding you guys that the nothing changes with the student community. You know, the one where we post videos and we support each other and stuff. That's remaining as is. But my own personal page, Matt Stead, just Matt Stead, not Matthew Stead, just Matt Stead. Where I post all my uke stuff, because of complications with Facebook and advertising and all this sort of stuff, which is really awkward, business accounts, I'm actually changing over from that to the Learn Ukulele with Matt page. It's all jumping through rings to make Facebook happy, because it makes it a business as opposed to a personal thing, basically. So if you want, what I'm going to do, all my Sandra says this. My mum says this was Grandma's favourite song. Oh, I love that. My grandma was called Nancy or Anne Marie when she was younger, and yeah. Oh, let's dedicate this one to Grandma then. I've been doing a lot of family history recently, which has been great. So yeah, on Facebook. Sorry, go back to that a sec. All my stuff is going to be posted on the Learn Ukulele with Matt page, as opposed to the personal profile. There's a link in there so you can follow it. So if you want to just stay up on top of everything on Facebook, just go to the Learn Ukulele with Matt page and just click follow. That's all you've got to do. Simple, follow link, click follow, and you'll get everything. I'm going to share stuff onto the other profile for now anyway, so no one misses it, but it'd be great if you could all migrate over eventually. That would really help me out. So thank you. Oh, there we go. Indrani's grandma loved John Denver too. Love it. What's not to love? He's fantastic, isn't he? So brilliant. Okay. So let's have a look. Let's just have a look what's happening in the comments, but I'll catch up on that later, I think. Okay. All right then. let's have a look then at this one. Now this one's in the key of G, so a bit like the first song we did. We've got G, A, B, C, D, E and F sharp. No F sharp chord in this one that we have to worry about. And remember, G is major, and then A minor, B minor, C major, D major, E minor and F sharp. So you notice that, where is it? The D in this case there, the D, because it's the 5 chord, is a D major. In the last song, because it worked as the 2 chord, it was a D minor. Don't sweat too much, just an interesting thing. Okay. Now this one has something really beautiful in it as well. Oh, I should tell you first, this is a waltz 3/4 time. So the easiest way, I might as well show you now whilst I'm talking about it. The easiest way to strum this one is down, down, up, down, down, up. Sorry, no, that wasn't quite right. It's down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Walk, running, running, walk, running, running, walk, running, running. That works out with the timing. 1, 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3 and 1, 2 and 3. And so we get that waltz feel. Okay. Now look at what happens in this intro. If I turn to the next page so you can see the chord shapes, it sounds really, really difficult, but it's not that bad actually. We have a G chord. Then it goes to a G major 7. Now you've got 2 options here. You could try and squeeze this finger back, if you like, which is a little bit awkward. Or you can do what I generally do, which is I just flatten down for that G major 7. Just notice this, the bottom 3 strings of the 2nd fret, okay? And then G6 is literally just a G chord, but without this note, like that. And then it goes back to this one. In effect, this is creating a form of line cliche, where we get this lovely little moving melody, which goes like this. See if you can hear it whilst I play the chords. Really nice, isn't it? You really hear that coming through. And basically all that's happening is we're taking a G chord, and the first G chord we play normally, and then the second G chord, the G note is getting replaced with an F sharp, and an F sharp, remember, is the 7th note in the key of G. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp. And that's why we call this chord a G major 7. It's literally just a normal G chord, but one of the G notes has been replaced with F sharp, which is the 7th note. Well, when we go to this one, we call it G6. Guess why? Well, that note has been replaced with an E. And what is E in the key of G? G, A, B, C, D, E. It's the 6th note. So G, G major 7, G6, and then it goes back to G major 7. Okay. And you're going to strum each of those 3 times. So we're going to do down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, just like that. Okay. And then we go to the main part of the song. Let's just go back to the chord boxes so we can see it a little bit here. This is really nice because it's kind of the opposite of what happened in the first song that we did, in that the chords are going up in pitch. We have C, which is the 4, followed by D, which is the 5, followed by E minor, which is the 6th. Really nice, right? And then we have another C at the end because it creates a sense of change. And then we've got that, all those G chords again, line cliche. Really, really nice, isn't it? And then in the next line, we've got kind of an interesting thing happening because it's like the opposite, right? We've got C, which is the 4 chord, going to B minor 7, which is the 3 chord, to 2, which is the A minor. So it's doing the exact opposite of this. Here it goes up from C. Here it goes down from C. Isn't that clever? I think it's really, really cool. And then the 5 chord at the end, the D chord, just creates a sense of tension, which is really nice. Again, you might panic and think, what the heck, a B minor 7? But you'll notice that actually B minor 7 is easy peasy lemon squeezy, because you just bar the whole of the 2nd fret like this. You can even double up to add strength. You can even triple up. Okay, so we're just barring the whole of that 2nd fret for that B minor 7. It's kind of similar with C to D, because really you're only adding one more note. But it just changes the complexity of a chord a bit. A minor, C, and then D7. Okay. So the verses, notice the chord, the words start before the C chord. You fill up my senses like a night in the forest. So on and so forth, right? If you find the strumming difficult, you can even do down strums. Notice how lovely that sounded. Sometimes less is more. You don't have to make things too tricky. It gives you a little bit more time to change the chords as well, which is really, really lovely. Okay, one last thing to notice with this song is that it's an unusual structure. We've got an intro, which is that lovely line cliche bit. Excuse me. Oh my goodness, that was cold. Iced coffee. Wasn't intended to be. We've got 2 sections. We've got an A verse and a B verse. And you might think again, like, oh, loads more chords. But actually, these are almost identical. The only difference between the A verse is that the 5 chord is pushed down a measure. So instead of going C, D7, that happens in this one, notice at the end we go straight to D7 and then we go back to G. And the reason is that G at the end of this song makes the whole verse feel finished. And that's really important because this verse is still creating tension at the end, the 5 chord. This one, we've gone back home to the resolution of the 1 chord. So that's really, really important. So when you look at the next page, basically, you can think of it as top set of boxes, verse A, bottom set of boxes, verse B. Top set, bottom set, top set, bottom set, top set, bottom set. So it literally just goes A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B all the way round. Even this instrumental verse is just all the chords from the A verse. But notice that lyrics come along about halfway through the B verse here. It's a bit unusual, but you'll get it with a bit of practice. Okay, so there we go. Oh, I don't know what you mean by that one, Karen. I can't think, but yeah. Oh, thanks, thanks, Carol. Much appreciated. That womp sound. I'm not sure what that is, Karen. You're gonna have to explain that because that sounds really cool, but I don't know what it is. So yeah. Oh, you mean like in the original song? Yeah. Sorry, I was having a daft moment. Okay, right. One more thing, if you want to, you can also use that E minor pentatonic and G major pentatonic that we learned earlier. So that looks like this. E minor pentatonic, we start at the 4th fret, go up to the 7th, then we go 5, 7, 5, 7. Or you can pair it up. There you are, Andrani. You can pair it up with the G major pentatonic, which goes 7, 9, 7, 10, 7, 10. Okay. Really nice. And you can combine those together to create a little solo. Notice those little rectangles on the E and A strings as well, which are really, really important. The backing tracks are going to sound awful tonight because that my speaker ran out of battery as we discovered earlier, but I'll just play it anyway to just give you an idea. on and so forth. I've run out of backing track, but yeah, that gives you an idea. Oh yeah, you can do a picking pattern on this one if you want to, Indrani. Yeah, you can do. So for this one, what you can do is 1, 2, 3. We often call this like a cut strum pattern. Basically what you do is your thumb sits on the C string. I'll do this on a G chord so you can see. And then with your middle and index, pick up at the same time on the E and A string, the two nearest the floor. And it's important that you pick those twice. So it's thumb on the C string, bottom two strings twice. Thumb, pinch, pinch, thumb, pinch, pinch, thumb, pinch, pinch. That gives you your 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And if you want to be super fancy, you could alternate between the two strings with your thumb. You don't have to. You fill up my senses like a night in the forest. Okay, it's quite tricky, that one, but it works really nicely on waltzes. That 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's give it a go, guys. I will, of course, stick around at the end, see if there's any questions or any comments or anything, and tell you about a couple of things coming up. Don't forget that I've got my live lesson this Wednesday. I'll mention it again at the end, but I'm really excited about this one. I think if you have a struggle with practicing and you think, oh, it's too difficult, this is really going to help you out. So do join me this Wednesday. It'll be my last live lesson before I go away on the cruise. Okay, let's put it all together. Thank you for joining me tonight, and enjoy this, our last song. I'll put the song sheet up so you can see it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do that one more time because I wasn't prepared for the first line. Sorry, you know when you're just like thinking of something else and you forget that you're meant to be actually concentrating on playing a song. 1, 2, 3. You fill up my senses like a night in the forest, like mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses. Come fill me again. Come let me love you. Let me give my life to you. Let me drown in your laughter. Let me die in your arms. Let me lay down beside you. Let me always be with you. Come, let me love you. Love me again. Take it solo. my life to you. Come, let me love you. Come, love me again. You fill up my senses like a night in the forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses. Come, love me again. It's a lovely song, isn't it? It's a lovely song. Mum, if you're still watching it took me a while to realise why that's Grandma's favourite song, as well as it being a beautiful song, of course, Annie. Yeah. Maybe we could have done a version called Nancy's song, maybe another time now. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that, folks. That was fun. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, you can Shell, you can turn that picking pattern into a 4/4 pattern quite nicely. You just literally, rather than hitting the 2 picks, you know how we're doing, you could literally just, and that makes it a 4/4 pattern, which is really, really sweet. Yeah, isn't it a beautiful song? Yeah, absolutely gorgeous song. I love it even more now I know what Mum told me, so yeah. It's brilliant. That's always good, isn't it? Okay then, folks, so first of all, just before I disappear, do join me this Wednesday if you can. If you can't make it live, we're going to have a replay of this, and remember that all of the live lessons that I do, including the Kanikapilas, they're all archived on my website. So just head to learnukulele.com, click on the top menu where it says live, and you'll find all of the Kanikapilas archived under Kanikapila archive. And there's also a fortnightly workshop archive where you find all of these lessons if you ever miss one. And this Wednesday, super excited because I'm going to teach you how to practice without practicing, which sounds absolutely crazy, but it will make sense when you see it. It will be great. So thanks, guys. Thank you for your lovely comments. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Big hugs to you as well, Di. Really appreciate that. Thank you. You guys are the best. I always feel so good after a Monday night. Stop it, Mum. You're going to make me cry. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Beautiful though. So yeah, I love my grandma and granddad to bits. Sadly no longer with us, but they were special people, just like my mum is. So thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay, just to remind you, I've said this tons, so you're probably sick of me hearing me say it. But just remember that I'm away for a few weeks now because of Sandy, my daughter's birthday, and then of course our ukulele cruise, which I'm really excited about. I cannot wait. It's going to be fantastic. But I'm not going to leave you in the lurch. What we're going to do is we're going to have classic Kanikapilas. So for the next 3 weeks, I'm going to handpick my favourite Kanikapilas, and I'll download them and make them as if they're a new live Kanikapila. You will see me dragging comments on from what people have said before, and you might think, what? But it'll make sense, you'll see. But you will be able to comment live and get in the live chat and talk to each other. So if I can't make it, you can all call me names behind my back and say, what on earth was he banging on about with that? and it won't matter. But I'm going to try and pop in as much as I can. So if I can get Wi-Fi on the boat at that particular time, I'll come and say hello and be part of the live chat with you guys, because that'd be really special. I will be recording little messages from the boat as well. I'm going to do a little update each day of what I'm up to, just in case you find it interesting. There might even be some photos of us swimming with dolphins, you never know. I'll see what I can put up there. So that's going to be for the next few. And then when we return in March, it'll be 2nd of March. Remember, we're going to have the new format. So it'll be 2 songs at start, just like we normally do. Something new, perhaps something old as well. Perhaps we should have something blue. And then I'm going to have a special section teaching you a technique. So not only will you get to practice all of the stuff that we've learned over the years, but you'll learn how to do all these little cool techniques that I often put in and forget to tell you about. So I'm really looking forward to that. That will start on March the 2nd. And we'll have a Q&A at the end as well. So don't panic if you see the sheets and there's less of them in March. We're going to actually be doing more stuff, just less written down stuff. So yeah, so you'll get it. Oh, Carol, there's going to be butterflies. Yeah. So on, I think the 4th island, which I think is Puerto Rico, I think that's right. We're going to go to a butterfly garden. So we're going to go to a butterfly garden, and then we're going to go and see monkeys in a rainforest, which should be quite cool. And then we're going to visit a coffee plantation. So I might bring some nice coffee back with me as well. So yeah, fantastic. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. That's good to hear, Leslie. That is really, really good to hear that you guys like that as well. I think it's going to make it more relaxed, but more learning and more fun for everyone. So I think we'll enjoy that. Thank you so much, Karen. Thank you. Really, really appreciate it. Thanks, Mark. Really appreciate it. Thanks, Anthony. I'll see you on Wednesday. Really, really looking forward to it. Kitty wants to eat the butterflies. I bet. It must be fun seeing her chase them around though, eh? Absolutely. Hopefully I'll see some monarchs in Florida as well. Last time I went to Florida, we saw so many butterflies. So that's exciting. I'll try and take some photos. I'm a bit out of practice, but I'm excited. I've even started, I'm not joking, I even started dreaming about butterflies. And even if we weren't going away, that tends to happen this time of year, because we're probably only a few weeks from seeing our first UK butterflies, believe it or not. Our orchids are coming up in the garden, the daffodils are poking out. So hopefully by the time I get back, the British butterflies will be out as well. So it'll be fun. Fantastic. Well, I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you for everything tonight. Thanks for your ongoing support as always, guys. Remember, head over to learnukulele.com if you'd like all my courses and everything. And I will see you, lots and lots of video content and little clips when I'm on the boat. And I'll see you on the other side properly too. Take care, everyone. Much love. Bye.